Hi, doing, Professor. My questions. I mean, we've learned so much already about commerce. I mean, it's they're a little more in depth, I guess. In regards to the readings with Francesco Pagoliti, his advice for commerce or for travelers. Really, what the question I have about that, it's connected to this, is I understand that Genova and Venice became the two dominant Italian states or European states when it came to commerce. I kind of get the idea why some of their stuff, but I just trying to figure out why them. I mean, what are some of the biggest reasons why they were so successful? Is it because they were you know, more inclined towards look for commerce, or was it because of their location, or because military they were relatively small, so they didn't have a lot of power. At least that's the impression I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong. I get the fact, they're geographically they're convenient, but there were other states out there that were really well put in order to do, I mean, commerce just the same, if not better. But it seems that those two regions just really excel at doing this, and I'm just wondering, was it because the people were more inclined to do this? Now, obviously, the economic prosperity that it brought to them and the riches, I mean, later on, gave them even that much more influence. Uh, Similarly, I guess the voyages of Senhi in China, I understand why they stopped. What I guess this eunuch, not gonna pronounce this eunuch, the guys that were castrated, and the Confucius um, movement. Um, why were they so much at odds? Why was Senhi singled out so badly by this Confucius movement that was going on in China? And just kind of wondering why this sudden shift from exploration into suddenly just being isolates. I understand the Confucius the uh, ideology, kind of took over, but Chinese perspectives have always been very inclined towards commerce. So why didn't that commerce take over and help open up the borders? Just, um, just a very general question about that. Um, Humanists with Leonardo Bruni, Giovanni Pico de Mirandola, Marsilio Ficini. Um, I understand that was a catalyst towards the Renaissance. But just kind of wondering what humanism itself originated from. Was it directly originated from the Black Plague as a result of what had happened? Is there any connections there? Um, I also had a kind of question about Japanese isolationists. Um, After the Mongols tried to conquer Japan, is that the point where things Japan started really kind of isolating itself, or had it been a trend? I understand the Japanese culture has a lot of borrowing from Chinese, but it seems at that time when Japanese became more, um, what would be the right word, separated and more isolationist in nature, that they also created this notion of being superior when compared to other Asian cultures, even though a lot of their cultures, it seems, was originated or borrowed from the Chinese culture. Um, is I mean, kind of jumping forward, is that something that was going on before within Japan, or it started right at this period where Japan started becoming more isolationist and unified? Um, just kind of curious what your input on that is. In the Age of the Samurai, um, were there any Western connections to Japan? Any notions of the European knight that could have influenced Japanese ideas? Because honestly, I read it and it's very curious that the samurai and the knights have this very high standard uh, levels of conduct and education. It's like a noble knight in Europe, you know. You you had to carry yourself up to a certain standard in order to be able to be called a samurai, as it was for a knight. And so I just kind of figure out, is there any evidence of any cross cultural connections there between the two concepts? And that's pretty much it. Like I said, very general stuff. We've learned a lot. A lot of the bigger pictures kind of pretty clear there. Just kind of some just very general questions. See what your feedback on those are. Thank you. Bye bye.